Explain well. Exclusive to The Drive with Robin Ross.
It is back to school next Wednesday.
Yes.
And placements is a thing.
It is a thing, especially in state schools. So I don't know if you remember, but there are lots of adverts and billboards and stuff reminding parents to register their kids and apply from like mid-September so that they get their first choice or second choice of school depending on the area that they live in.
I can't imagine how, like, if your kids are finishing primary school and going into high school and they've got like best mates and you all live in an area near one another, no ever like one kid is there and the other kid is in another school.
Yeah, and apparently, I mean, we've never been through this process, but apparently sometimes it can literally be a block that separates of jy nou na hierdie skool toe kan gaan of na die ander skool toe, en there doesn't seem to really be a rhyme or reason to it. Like, it's just, okay, this is where that catchment ends and the new catchment starts.
The thing I found interesting is there's the list out up on jacarandafm.com. The top 10 in Gauteng in terms of how many places you have available versus how many applicants you got. And across the top 10, the average is 8 times more applicants than you have places for. The 2 schools at the top of the list is almost 12 times higher. Those 2 being Alberton High School and Parktown Boys.
Ja. En dieselfde geld ook vir die laerskole, because obviously now when your kid goes to grade 1, you've got to go through the same process. So laerskool Acacia en dan Palm Ridge Laerskool, amper 5 keer soveel aansoeke as wat daar eintlik kapasiteit is in die klaskamer.
It looks like we need to build a couple of schools. Yeah, and I'm just looking at this list. Number 1 on the list, Ekurhuleni South, which has got 5 schools on this list. So obviously south of Ekurhuleni, we need some. Katlehong Manufacturing, Transport and Logistics School of Specialization. They can take 275 this year. They got 2,641 applicants.
That is just crazy to me, want al daai mense wat aansoek gedoen het, sê nou hulle het almal die regte prosedures gevolg, die regte papierwerk ingegee. Daar is net soveel plek vir 'n kind in daai school.
Yeah.
So how do you kind of go about going, you know, it's you, but it's not you?
Katlehong Manufacturing Specialization School sits on the top of the list. Hoërskool Langenhoven, that's in West Tshwane.
Yeah.
That's second. Alberton Parktown Boys, Boksburg High. In the center, Joburg, Hoërskool President and John Adamson. They're sitting big up the list. Acacia in Pretoria West, and then Pumlani Secondary and Sunwood Park Secondary also in Ekurhuleni. And as I said, averages at about 8 times as many students applying as they have place for.
Weet jy wat is vir my nogal verbasend gewees, is dat die skole wat ek gedink het gaan in die top 10 wees, is onder in die 11 tot 20 dalk. So like a place like JP or Northcliffe High. You know, I assumed that those places would be closer to the top. Maar dit gaan oor die hoeveelheid mense ook wat in 'n spesifieke streek is, wat hulle kinders na daai skool moet stuur.
Well, I'm just looking at this and considering 5 of the top 10 are in south of Ekurhuleni, we probably need an extra school or 3 in that area at the moment. The other thing I found interesting, and this is a question I want to ask, at what stage should you stop talking about high school? And I mean this in terms of the comments on the article. Do you want to know what the comments on the article are? Jeppy is the best. No, Boys High is the best. No, Pretoria Boys High is the best. No, Jeppy is the best. No, this... I'm just like, guys, let it go.
It's like those 40-year-old guys that like, you know what, when I see Sia and them on the rugby field there, getting the World Cup for the 4th time. I know I could have been one of those guys. When I was at Jeppy, I was first team, and then I hurt my ACL.
Hey, bro, do you remember that under-15 game? Yeah, bro. Oh, yes. Sick game, Oaks. Is there a cutoff point for that conversation?
Never.
The link is up, jacarandafm.com. There is also links from there to the Department of Education website. So, you know, you put your area in, they'll tell you these are the schools still accepting, this is how many places are outstanding. But it is getting to that crunch time of the year. So, if Roz and I are the ones who reminded you, jammer.